Manaphy, Crobat, Ferrothorn, and Heliolisk. Now, Heliolisk is actually a sick Pokemon for Rain Team. I'm pretty excited about it. But Milo's got a lot of grass going on here. He's got 2 grass Pokemon and an electric Pokemon that are going to do some serious work. And he's got an Incineroar for handling Ferrothorn, which is really, really, really good. All things considered, Milo, just on paper, looks like he's got a much stronger team ready to roll out. But Jeff does have Heliolisk, which could effectively hurt Drifblim and Celesteela. And he's got Crobat for Whimsicott. And then I don't exactly know what Manaphy does. I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't know anything about that Pokemon. So, kind of all up in the air here. Let me just do a restart while I can. Restarting. 3, 2, 1. Alright, here we are with Milo versus Jeff. Milo with Tapu Bulu, Whimsicott, Toxtricity, Incineroar, Celesteela, and Drifblim coming up against Jeff's Pelipper, Swampert, Manaphy, Crobat, Ferrothorn, and Heliolisk. Might be Mega Swampert. Jeff is still running the Mega Swampert. So Jeff running the usual Rain Team, but his Pokemon are looking a little bit more diverse here with Ferrothorn, Heliolisk, and Crobat. Heliolisk being a really cool addition. So Heliolisk has, I think it's called Dry Skin. Yeah, it is. Dry Skin, which is going to heal it in rain. Very cool. It also can learn Surf. And opening up is Mega Swampert versus Incineroar. Now, Mega Swampert is not the fastest Pokemon in the world, but they are actually the exact same speed. It's going to come down to a speed switch unless one of them gets Cold Feet and switches to a different Pokemon. That probably would be Incineroar over Swampert. Unless Incineroar is running something like Hidden Power Grass just out the gate. Mega Swampert comes in, Parting Shot hits Mega Swampert, and then I assume a move happens after that? I don't know. I feel like a move would have happened. Sometimes Showdown confuses me. Unless that's what Parting Shot does. Parting Shot just just makes it so that attacks don't happen, but then wouldn't they say that they failed? Okay, Waterfall gets used. I have absolutely no idea what Parting Shot does. And the internet is giving me a whole lore lesson and not just telling me what it does. Anyway, Tapu Bulu switching out, putting in the grass terrain, which does heal Pokemon over time. One of the worst parts about the grass terrain being out is it does make Mega Swampert pretty useless. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot you can do with Mega Swampert here. You're probably going to have to switch him out. He does have reduced attack, but more importantly, he's up against a Pokemon that can one-shot him. So probably switching to Ferrothorn is going to be a good play. Ferrothorn or Crobat, or even Pelipper, just to get rain down. I do kind of like the idea from Jeff and Milo. Again, I really wish... okay, it switches the user out. Okay, I now know what Parting Shot does. So this is actually pretty good for Milo. He did kind of luck into the fact that he won the 50-50, unless he put points into speed, which he might have for this battle. Switching in a Pokemon from Parting Shot, which just, instead of dealing damage, it just reduces the attack bonus. But it's really good because if Jeff would have opened with Pelipper, I think you can just switch into whatever Pokemon you're intimidated by. And Jeff not starting the game with Pelipper, I also think is a pretty good idea. because it's a really easy prediction. But if he already just has Mega Swampert now, he's Pokemon's gonna be pretty fast. So Jeff might switch into Heliolisk, which wouldn't be the worst idea in the universe. Ghost flying versus water flying, but both Pokemon switched. So I was curious. So that seems like a pretty good read from Milo to assume that Jeff was going to switch out. Jeff uses U-turn. Unfortunately, doesn't deal the 25% damage that is required to break the substitute. Which puts Milo in an incredibly good position. So what's really, really solid about this position that Milo is in right now is Jeff's going to have to do 2 attacks to get through Drifbloom. He can't just do 1. He's got to do 2. He's got to break the substitute, and then he's got to attack Drifbloom again. So Drifbloom gets a complete free turn to do whatever he wants. Unfortunately, Jeff, they're both setting up. And again, the problem here... Oh no. Oh, no. Oh, never mind. Well, a lot happened there. So, Thunder, guaranteed hit. Really smart of Milo to bring Thunder, because it is 100% accurate in rain. However, unfortunately for Jeff, was also smart enough to bring a berry that would completely negate Thunder's super critical hit. But unfortunately, Jeff got paralyzed. It just so happened Jeff got paralyzed by Thunder and then the paralyzed hit. Really bad luck for Jeff, really good luck for Milo. Milo getting really rewarded for bringing Thunder on his Drifbloom. Milo predicting another switch because he assumed Jeff would rightfully be afraid to have his Pokemon get hit by another Thunder. It looks like Manaphy's just out of the game, I would assume, until this Thunder gets dealt with. But it is just a normal Water-type special attacker, and there is a lot going against it right now. Ferrothorn's gotta deal damage to this substitute. It's still alive and kicking. There is only one other move that Drifbloom can have. Maybe it just hits with another Thunder. It is ×2 special attack right now. So it could just hit Ferrothorn with a second Thunder. Or it has a flying type move. But I don't know exactly. It just does another Calm Mind. Gyro Ball kills the substitute. Now Ferrothorn's gotta do something. Gets hit. Oh boy. Knockoff. Great job with the knockoff. It's only 1.5 defense, which is still pretty high. Bonus defense, but Ferrothorn probably gonna win this with the leftovers and the knockoff. That Thunder not dealing any real damage. Probably gonna keep... Oh, switches in Celesteela. Unfortunately, Jeff used this turn for Spikes, which just isn't gonna be great, particularly because of Milo's Pokemon he just switched in. And Spikes do need to be set up multiple times. Heavy Slam coming in, getting resisted by Manaphy. And now Manaphy's out against Celesteela, but Milo probably running at least one anti-water move on all of his Pokemon. Seems like a pretty reasonable non-committal thing to do, to have like just something to deal with water types. You are going up against a rain team. It is a rain team at the moment though without rain, so Thunder not guaranteed to get a hit, and maybe I can't imagine Milo just throwing Thunder on every single one of his Pokemon. Tail Glow coming in, Leech Seed coming in too. Pretty good. This is Celesteela's main form of absorbing damage. Hopefully Giga Drain, and then finishing off, yeah, this makes so much sense. Like I said, it would be crazy if Milo didn't just put in one anti-water move on all of his Pokemon. Jeff getting real greedy, kind of felt like he had to be there. But Now Heliolisk switches in. A little bit bold to switch in Manaphy for the resist and then keep it in there. Milo pretty comfortable on Celesteela, I feel like. Unfortunately, the greed from Jeff for the double special attack not gonna pay out for him. Now we're in a little bit of a predicament because there's only one other move that Celesteela has, and I'm gonna shot in the dark here, say it's Protect. So Milo's either gonna switch out Celesteela for something like Incineroar or Toxtricity, or he's going to Leech Seed and then use Protect. So it's kind of like, oh, never mind. He switches on top of Bulu for Grassy Surge. Volt Switch. Really good. Yes, to resist the incoming electric attack. That makes more sense. Nice of Jeff to switch into Crobat. Now, Brave Bird comes in, takes care of one of the two Grass-type Pokemon, and now both Milo and Jeff are down one Pokemon. Jeff with a little bit of a lower HP roster with a 290% Pokemon and 180% Pokemon, with Milo at a 50% HP Drifbloom, but 100% everything else. Milo really not taking a lot of damage, for being honest, and or just absorbing all the damage that had been taken on Celesteela. Milo probably not going to throw in Whimsicott, maybe not throw in Drifbloom either. I can imagine Toxtricity being a pretty good put in, and maybe Toxtricity just doesn't care and it uses its boom voice thing. It's got to be the debate right now. You could probably get away with Incineroar too and then do another parting shot as Jeff does an inevitable switch into something. Jeff, unfortunately, when rain is down, you always got to have this idea that his big powerhouse Pokemon, which is Mega Swampert, is really vulnerable. Incineroar is coming out. It takes some spike damage. Now, yeah, there is absolutely no universe where Incineroar is faster than Crobat. And, Incineroar being Fire Dark instead of the... instead of being Fire... Oh my god. Get out of here. Okay. Incineroar being Fire Dark instead of Fire Fighting kind of puts Crobat at a little bit of an awkward spot. I don't hate this. I think you have a couple options, and Pelipper for Rain doesn't seem like the worst one. I'm glad Jeff does this. Flare Blitz comes in, gets resisted. I think this is a great idea, because now you can switch into Mega Swampert and not have to worry about anything. Milo could predict a Mega Swampert switch, but really nothing else is good here, right? Nothing else is great. If you're expecting Mega Swampert to come in, then you can switch into Heliolisk. If Jeff... Okay, sorry, I'm getting all my words mixed up. So if Milo is expecting Jeff to switch into Mega Swampert, Milo can switch into a Grass-type Pokemon, yeah. Ooh, kind of bold, but... Alright, so the thing about Whimsicott is Whimsicott can learn the move Hurricane, which is also 100% effective, right? In rain. Hurricane can deal some serious damage. Whimsicott being a little bit resistant to these water moves. However, it's not going to be resistant to any flying type moves. Whimsicott probably has a grass type move on it, or Milo could be really tricky and maybe Whimsicott knows like Thunderbolt or some crap. I don't know if I can learn that, actually, but Spore could also come out. But right now, if I'm Jeff, you got a pretty good Pokemon up against it. Nature Power coming in. Yikes. That's actually a bad switch from Jeff. So, while there was increased grass power on board, Pelipper probably could have dealt some serious damage to Whimsicott. Whimsicott no longer being healed from grassy terrain, and grassy terrain is in fact out of commission. I forgot how long Jeff's games were. Jeff makes some long games. Incineroar coming out. Knockoff. Ugh. But down goes Choice Scarf. What do we do here? Unfortunately, there's one more turn left in Rain. And you don't want to have Ferrothorn out against a Pokemon that knows Flare Blitz. However, you could send in Mega Swampert. I was going to call him Mega Marshtomp. Swampert, I mean, he's kind of like a Mega Marshtomp. So you could send in, I'm just going to call him that. You could send in Mega Marshtomp. And they are the same speed, I believe. No, he's faster. Right? Mega Marshtomp is faster than Incineroar. You'd be in a really good position to switch into your Mega. And then Earthquake or Ice Punch. Or something. Or just do a water move. I guess you'd just do a water move, right? There's a lot of head games I can assume going on here. Because against the two remaining water Pokemon, Incineroar not doing great. Incineroar Flare Blitz. Yep. Just takes damage, doesn't get healed back from it. Pretty good trade overall, I would say, for Jeff. Rain's got 3 more turns. Mega Swampert's in the clear. The thing is that Jeff's running a bunch of he's running 2 Pokemon that are immune to Earthquake and 3 Pokemon that Earthquake would really hurt to get hit by. Even though Whimsicott might resist it, I don't really remember. Whimsicott's very frail Pokemon and already at 80%. So, or you just run in with another Waterfall. Wouldn't be bad at all. Or you can do an Ice-type move, which makes this trade-in to 3 of these Pokemon really bad. I feel like Mega Swampert can know, like, Ice Punch or something. Or you do Waterfall and expect Milo to Parting Shot or something. I really don't know here. I guess if I'm Jeff, I don't feel bad about just doing Waterfall. I don't know what you do as Milo. Milo, you probably... switching to Celesteela? Yeah. And Ferrothorn comes out instead of Heliolisk. It looks like Whimsicott's wearing the boots that make it negate all entry hazards. And once again, they're probably memeing. Yeah, this is them probably just having fun as they're constantly spiking and defogging. Yeah, but Jeff had, this is like the third, excluding the last 2 turns, which are definitely memes. Jeff has a super effective move he can be using. Yeah. This spike should have never come down in the first place. So now Milo's down 2 Pokemon. Drifblim is out, and Drifblim, we've seen 3 moves from it: Calm Mind, Substitute, and Thunder. Hopefully... Oh, nice. Jeff gets the Gyro Ball on it. We're probably going to see another Gyro Ball come in. I am almost certain of it. Unfortunately, the Substitute Combine Drifblim play is just not going to cut it. I don't know what Drifblim's last move is, but that Pokemon ain't substituting ever again. Drifblim down to 29%. Gyro Ball, Spikes, Knockoff, and then assumingly Leech Seed. Toxtricity comes in. Knockoff. Down goes Choice Specs. Now, Toxtricity in a really way worse spot. Not going to be dealing as much damage as it would like to be. In comes Heliolisk. Gets fucking bamboozled. Ah, no. Absolutely brutal. Well, luckily enough, he got the Choice Specs knocked off it, because otherwise... Oh! Hidden Power! I don't know what that was, Hidden Power Psychic or Hidden Power Ground. Not entirely sure, but good stuff. Heliolisk getting its revenge on the other Electric type. Milo now down 3 Pokemon. Jeff about to be down Heliolisk. Pelipper coming up to set up Rain. Heavy Slam. Oh no. So, Rain is now out. But the one Pokemon that it can easily deal with Celesteela was Heliolisk. And Heliolisk is out of the way. In comes Crobat to resist the Giga Drain. Alright, Brave Bird? No, Super Fang coming in, dealing massive damage. Celesteela getting healed up with its leftovers, and Leech Seed 2 to 3 more Super Fangs, and Crobat's got it. Crobat ain't gonna die to it. Drifblim comes out. Super Fang immune to it. Drifblim not taking any hate for that. Very good from Milo to switch in. Substitute Calm Mind. You don't want a Brave Bird. Taunt comes out. Thunder. Yikes. Jeff may have forgotten that Drifblim in fact had Thunder on it and had 100% accuracy. Because Taunt, bold move. Bold move. Maybe could have Brave Birded. Maybe could have used Brave Bird. Maybe not. But now, Mega Swampert. I can only assume... Well, Waterfall is probably going to kill. And maybe, hopefully Mega Swampert has like an Ice-type move on it. You gotta assume it's Waterfall, Earthquake. Jeff has Stealth Rocks on it, which I don't agree with. But hopefully there's like some move on Mega Swampert that deals with Celesteela. Oh, nice. Ice Punch coming in. Not gonna be good enough, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to switch back into Pelipper. No, Ferrothorn comes out, eats the Giga Drain. Now what do we do? Leech Seed? Hopefully? Spikes would be a terrible play, or we use Knockoff. I really hope we don't put in Spikes again. Spikes, or maybe you do Spikes. It's just... You could Spikes again. Because Incineroar switching into you is the worst thing in the world. Yeah, but we don't Spikes. You knock off instead. Yeah, I guess Spikes wouldn't have... never mind. No, I was right the first time. Spikes would have come second. In comes Pelipper for the Drizzle. Darkest Lariat comes in. Now there's Rain. Fire gets reduced. Probably a Mega Swampert switching again. You do not put Ferrothorn in until after Celesteela comes out. You absolutely do not. What do we do? Yeah, you probably send in Mega Swampert again. And then Ice Punch. Right? He can only send in Celesteela. And I think it's fine to just use Ice Punch on Celesteela. It's free damage on the Pokemon. It's free damage, and then you can switch into Ferrothorn, and then he's got to switch back out again. Inevitably, you will keep winning this fight. This massively long war of attrition. You will inevitably win. Or you keep in Pelipper and just Scald. I guess. Superpower. He kept in Pelipper. He roosts. Oh. Well, not the worst idea. Still not bad. Milo expecting a switch into either of these two Pokemon. Parting Shot coming in. Scald. Taking down Celesteela just a little bit. If he would have gotten the burn, it would have been dirty. Scald is going to do increased damage. I think Pelipper just takes neutral damage to all this stuff. Scald's again. Leech Seeded. So Scald dealt 16% HP, and then Pelipper healed back up like 10% of it or something. Ferrothorn coming in is probably the good idea. Is probably the best idea. You definitely don't want Celesteela, yeah, to deal any more damage to Pelipper. And here we are, back at this again. I remember watching this exact matchup, but just with Mikey and Ferrothorn. Leech Seed coming in. Every time Incineroar gets switched into, he takes even more damage. Mega Swampert coming in, eats the Flare Blitz. Oh, Waterfall him. Waterfall him or Ice Punch him. I think Waterfall is still totally fine. Oh, in comes Celesteela. Eats the Waterfall, ends it, and that's GG. It's over. Alright, Drifblim is going to be faster. Resists the Hidden Power Grass on Drifblim in amazing switch. It was not over. I spoke way too soon. Now we have Ferrothorn out and about. In comes Incineroar. Leech Seed goes down. Incineroar on his last legs. Probably easy switch into Pelipper here. Easy switch into Pelipper. Gets the crit on Darkest Lariat. However, Incineroar kinda dunskies. Kinda dunskies. You just roost with Pelipper. You just get that big roost. Nope, switches in Mega Swampert, eats the Darkest Lariat, gets healed. And then I believe Mega Swampert's faster? It is Ice Punch, GG. These games are very interesting. Turn 50. Good stuff, GG's. Good job, Jeff. Good job, Milo. Whew. Green team's coming together.